Jabari and his girlfriend Janiah appeared on my show for a DNA test, but not because he had doubts. It was his mother, Sherry, who needed peace of mind. This story received almost 5 million views on my TikTok. And you're about to see why. Watch this. Is there any chance that the baby's not Jabari's?
It's 100% Jabari's.
100%?
1,000%, 1,000,000%.
1,000%, 1,000,000%?
Yes.
Why does Jabari have doubts?
Because of his mother. She's been implanting that same question in her head since even when I was pregnant. She's been implanting that in his head.
But you never, like, cheated on him or anything?
I cheated on him after I had my baby. 3 months after I had my son, I cheated on him. Not during my pregnancy, not before.
Yeah, but you
after.
can't change the DNA of a baby after you gave birth, right?
I know.
All right, she says you're sneaky. Are you sneaky?
No.
You look sneaky.
I'm not. Not just because I'm just...
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you got a little sneaky look to you, but that I could be wrong.
No, I'm just pretty.
So when she said, like, hey, this dude dropped her off, it looked like they were just out on a date.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had a conversation with her after that, which the young man even told her, hey, I'm just dropping her off. I was sloppy drunk that day. I went out with my best friend that day. And her brother ended up taking us home because who's going to drive us? We can't drive, we're drunk.
Right.
And he went up to her and said, I'm just dropping her off.
You say that there was a DNA test done at the hospital, right?
Yes, sir.
And Jabari says, I don't remember that.
I secretly went behind and I asked the nurse, could she do it for me? Just for me, not for Jabari.
Right.
I wanted to do it. I asked her, could she do it? And she did. She came back and
How did she do it?
She went back and told me that she went into his test results of his blood and she compared their blood types together.
She did what?
She compared their blood types together.
How did she get his blood?
She went back on his file. So
yeah,
I don't know how that worked. I don't know how that worked, but that's what she told me.
Because I could have the same blood test as Jabari.
I know, but that's what she told me before I left the hospital. She gave me those results.
She gave you bad info.
Yeah, basically, I don't know.
Yeah. So, you know, no DNA test was done now, right?
Yeah.
He's a good dad?
He's a great dad. He
seems like just off the tape, he seems like a really good young guy.
He's an amazing dad.
Yeah, that's good. Did Sherry ever threaten to fight you?
Yeah, she has.
That's kind of weird.
I know. I know.
It'd be like my father-in-law trying to fight me. Like,
yes, she has.
Sit down, old man.
Yeah, she's threatened me before.
Could you take her?
Huh? Without a doubt in my mind, there's never going to be a doubt in my mind.
Yeah, but it's never going to come to that, right?
Yeah, it's never going to come to that.
Yeah. I mean, you need her to keep her nose out of the biz.
Yes, I would really like her to just leave it alone and did it.
But you think this DNA test would probably cure a lot of the problems that you're having?
Yes, it would.
Well, let's meet your future mother-in-law. Sherry.
You're a liar. You're sneaky. You know that's not his kid. You know it. Janiah, come on, tell the truth. You taking advantage of my son, because you know he's a good man. I raised him to be like that, take responsibility of his.
Well, first of all, you're delusional. You need to mind your business. Your son is a grown man. He takes care of our household. He's a man. He has a job. Takes care of his family, his son. That's his son. Why do I have to lie? If I didn't want to be with your son, I don't have to be with your son. I don't have to be with nobody I don't want to. I'm grown myself. If your son don't want to be with me, he don't have to be with me either. But that's his child. And you, like I said, you need to mind your business. You're in 20-year-old business. You know how old you are? You're in 20-year-old business. This is none of your business. Your son is happy with me and happy with his family. And you just can't take that. You can't take that. You can't take that.
Janiah, that's my son.
Okay.
I'm gonna be in his business when it come down to this here.
Not with me.
You know what I'm saying?
Not with me.
Ain't nobody gonna take advantage.
Well, let's bring out Jabari. I kind of solved the whole DNA thing at the hospital for you.
Okay.
She was under the impression that there was a DNA test, but you can't just look at a chart and say, oh, he's blood type O, and you know that means no, it doesn't work like that. But You've been in a relationship with her for 4 years? Yeah, and how would you describe that?
It's a really good relationship. I've been happy. One of my best relationships, actually, honestly. You feel me? That's
Well,
why.
I mean, at 16, I can't imagine you had a ton under your belt. You know? So, but she seems like she's in love with you and you're in love with her.
Yeah, for sure.
How do you feel about the little boy?
Oh, I love my little boy, man. It's the little smile he gives me every day. It makes everything worthwhile. I'm a little sunshine. You feel me?
When you look at him, when you hold him, do you feel like he's your son?
Oh, for sure. You
Yeah.
feel me? And everything he do, you know what I'm saying? I get a little jumpy every time he come around. You feel me? Not in a bad way, but
Oh, yeah.
in a good way.
You've cheated on her before?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, you know, listen, I'm not going to get hung up on that because when you're really young,
Yeah.
that stuff happens, man.
Yeah.
Right? But now you're not cheating anymore?
Oh yeah, nah.
She gave up cheating?
I hope so.
Did you?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
you
did. I've
did.
been gave that up.
Yeah.
I hope he did too.
Yeah. Jabari, you came here and took a DNA test to find out if this little boy is yours. And the results of that DNA test, Jabari, is that you are not the father of
Boy, that is your baby. I didn't cheat on you. I was pregnant. I didn't cheat on you, baby. I promise.
This bitch, bro.
Jabari, this is your baby. I promise you, please. Jabari, please, please. Baby, please. I didn't cheat on you before I got pregnant. I was living with you and your mama. Please, Jabari. Please, baby, please. Please, baby, please. I didn't cheat on you while I was pregnant. I got pregnant. I lived with you and your mama the entire time. I got pregnant. Please, baby, please. Please, baby, please. Please, baby, I didn't cheat on you, please. I didn't cheat on you when I was pregnant. I did.
I'm trying to be calm.
Baby, I did it. I promise. Jabari, I promise, please. Jabari, please. Jabari, please. I didn't. No, Jabari, baby, I didn't cheat on you before I got pregnant. I wasn't pregnant. I got period when I was with you.
I don't hear that.
I got period right after Jabari. No, get off me. No, get off me. Get off me. Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me. No, I'm not talking to y'all. Get off me.
Ma'am, no.
No, get off of me. 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 Oh, y'all get off of me. Get off of me. No, please, move out my way. Get off of me. Okay. Jabari!
I think I was as shocked as everybody in this audience because the way she talked and the way you are, I really thought that this result was going to come back that you were the father.
You and me both, Steve. You and me both.
Now, knowing that you're not the father, I can't imagine being 20 years old, thinking that you're a dad, raising this child, and then you're not the father now. What do you think happens now?
I don't know. I can't even give you an answer right now, honestly. My head is everywhere right about now. I don't know. I feel like my time wasted.
I totally understand that.
I feel like my time wasted. Nigga been 3 jobs, wasted my teenage years to be a father, and for what? For what reason?
You think you stay with it, Janiah? I gotta imagine a really hard part is that you've developed a bond with the little boy.
Exactly. He got my name and everything, bro. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I guess it was God's plan at this point, you know.
You were right. She took advantage of your son because he's a stand-up guy. He was taking care of the babies, working 3 jobs.
Son,
no matter what. He's been in our life. He's been in our life. He's a part of us now. He's a part of us. Just know he's a part of us, okay?
She's super upset. We're trying to calm her down just for the fact we just want her not to get crazy. Would you mind just talking to her so she can say what she wants?
Ain't nothing to talk about, bro.
I mean, we can go back. Yeah, I know there's nothing to talk about, but would you allow her just to say what she wants to, and then you could say whatever you want, and then we'll end it there? Would you do that?
Yeah.
Thank you. Mom, we're gonna just have you stay.
Let me out.
Sorry.
Watch out, that homie's get out my way.
He's right here. Jabari's right here.
Get out my way. Don't touch me. I got going on, bitch. That bitch.
So, what you doing here?
I do. These bitches here playing with me, Jabari. That's not your son. Bro.
Why are you lying to
Bro,
me?
I
Tell me the
see you.
truth.
Okay,
No.
listen.
No, don't come in here with no
Hold
camera,
on.
bro. I'm not being
Hold
on my camera, bro. Don't
That's
come in
fine.
here with no camera.
No camera.
Bro, don't
No
come in here with no cameras, bro. Back up. What you talking about?
Okay,
I don't
listen.
have to lie about a bitch ass thing about no.
This is a scientific report, okay?
Bro,
And there's 0%
bro,
probability.
that is a lie,
Not
bro.
1%. This is 0%.
Bro.
Why is this lying?
Bro, I don't have to lie about no.
Why? Just-
Bro,
you
he
have
knew
the chance,
exactly
right?
what
Can you
my
calm down for
period
one
stopped,
second?
G.
Listen.
Play with these
Listen.
people.
How am I playing with you?
Bro, don't play
Listen.
with me, G.
No,
I
listen.
don't have to lie about no
Listen.
kid. On pins,
First
stop
of
playing
all,
with me.
look, stop. Listen.
I don't
First of
lie,
all,
Steve.
I thought that for sure this was going to come back to
Steve,
you.
he's the
But now
dad,
wait,
bro.
But wait a second. Listen to me. If you don't have faith in this, which
I don't have faith
okay,
in none of that.
so
I have
why
faith in
don't you?
what I see.
Why don't you go back home
And we
hide-
are. We're going to do it again and again
do a
and again.
DNA test?
What you talking about?
But the fact is, it's not going to change.
No.
I can't.
I didn't have
can't
sex with
believe you
nobody
if I'm
before I
seeing
got
this.
pregnant, bro.
This is a fact. This is 100% science. This isn't disputable. This is taking saliva and saying there's none of you in that little boy. You can't
But Steve,
dispute.
how if I got pregnant right when I moved
not-
in with
but
him,
you
and
didn't
I
get-
wasn't having sex with nobody in
But you
2022
didn't.
but him.
But you didn't
I
get
didn't have
pregnant
sex
by
with
him.
nobody.
But you didn't get pregnant by him.
I did. That's the
Okay.
person I was living with.
Okay.
Getting, I didn't have
Okay.
nobody pick me up in the house. No, I was sleeping when I was
Okay.
living with him and his mama.
Listen, it's like arguing about whether there's Santa Claus, right? So you want to believe in this fairy
No, we can
tale?
take that and I don't care. Because like I said, I've been with you for 4 years the whole time. I've been putting up with your family, your bitch ass mama all this time for what? And that's your baby. I wouldn't have had sex with nobody. Who was I going to have sex with anybody else before I met you?
So let me ask you something. If you took him to court, like say put him on child support, do you think you have any chance of winning?
What do I take him to court for?
Because he's not the father.
He is the dad. That's who I've been having sex with for the past 4 years. I left my ex before him.
I would listen. You know, if you want to give her the benefit of the doubt and go
Jabari,
home,
I'm not
get a
lying to
DNA
you. G,
test.
what do I have to lie to you for?
But because this doesn't match up.
Bro, that
this is
your,
science.
he looked just like, bro.
This is science. If there's
Y'all
anything
ain't
that we
fucking
could do
that
for
homies.
you, we'd be more than happy to help.
Jabari, I'm not lying to you about child, bro.
But this is not going to change, okay? This will not change. This is undisputable. This is a DNA test. None of him is in that little boy. That's a fact of science. She can keep saying she hasn't slept with somebody, but she didn't get pregnant by him. I tried to talk some sense. We're going to support him any way that we can. I even advised him, if you don't believe this test, which there's no reason not to, go back to your state, take another DNA test, but it's not going to change. It's not going to change. And unfortunately, you know, I think everybody thought that he was going to end up being the father. So it was shocking with the result, but that's what happened. And I have to say, looking back now on the show, the mom was right, that she saw a young man that was responsible, that's a good guy, that was going to take care of her and take care of the baby, and she ran with that. And I don't know why she thought she could come here and that there was going to be a different result. Maybe she deluded herself, but unfortunately, that young man in there is going to have to make tough decisions. And the mother, who becomes so emotionally bonded with this child, it's going to be tough for them. But we will help them in any way we can. Did Janiah get an additional DNA test when she returned home? Are they still together? Did we hire better security? Let's find out. Please welcome back Jabari. Jabari, one of our most explosive shows we've ever had. It was, you know, I don't think anybody was expecting that result. What's been going on since the show?
Nothing really, but been focusing on myself a lot more. Figuring my own place in probably 2 weeks now. In 2 weeks, probably my own place. Working on the car next, but trying to leave all that in the past and move on with myself. Feel like I got another chance. I'm gonna do what I gotta do now.
So you're not with Janiah anymore?
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when I'm talking to her on stage and she says, you know, 100%, 1,000%, million% chance, she's like, there's no way. I mean, I was convinced. I'm like, you know, if you're that convinced, you know, because sometimes we have women come on and say, oh, I'm 50-50. Well, there's a good chance it might not be yours. But she was so convinced. But now your mom is the one who really, she's the one who had the doubt from the get-go, right?
Yeah, she was the one from the get go. She had doubts even before he was born. She had doubts, but me being naive, I'm thinking, you know, she wouldn't do me like that. I do too much, you know.
Well,
But
listen, you're a young guy. She's telling you, you know, you both are treating each other well. You're in love with each other. There's no reason for you not to believe, but your mom had good intuition. And really, I know that you developed such a bond with the little boy, but she stopped it before it went too far down the road.
yeah.
When you got back, and did you have difficult conversations with Janae?
Yeah, I did. It was basically I just wanted the truth. And at this point, I just really want to know what's up with it. When, like,
Did
honestly,
she
I want to when. That was my big question. Just when?
did she confess that she did cheat on you?
Yeah, and she wanted to say we was on a break or whatever, but I don't remember a break that she's talking about. The time zones don't make
Well,
no
that's
sense.
when everybody says we were on break when there was no break. What is she telling other people?
That I'm still the father of J2.
Yeah, she's still telling people you're the father.
Yeah. Matter of fact, yeah, from my knowledge, like, cause I'm the only one there, so I don't think they know or nothing.
Right.
But I know her closest family relatives, they know. But other than that, I just really haven't been talking about it really, or I don't even know if she been talking about it. I haven't been in contact with her at all.
When you got back home, did she ask for another DNA test?
Yeah, she did, but
Did you do one?
nah. What was the point? That's just wasted. Yeah, let's still not pay.
Big mom.
I'm not gonna pay for it. I got to find it.
Yeah. Now I got to ask you: is there any chance that you'll end up with Janiah?
No, no. I'm not good for the mental.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I think, and you're a really young guy, Jabari. I think you got a bright future ahead of you. I think sometimes when you were in something that was, and let's face it, it's turned very toxic now. It's best to make a clean break and move on. So good for you. I think you're doing the right thing. Now, your mom Sherry's there.
Yes, sir.
Let's bring her in. Hey, Sherry.
Hi.
Do you still have contact with Janiah?
No.
Yeah. Do you still see the baby?
No, I haven't seen him.
Yeah. And you know, I think it's probably best because I eventually think you would get there anyways, and to prolong the, you know, pretending like, you know, your son was the father, I think you really saved your son from going too far down the road of really pretending like he's the father. What do you want other mothers to know?
Well, if you think that a young lady is not right for your son or mistreating your son, and you have doubts, call you.
So, you know, this story is blowing up on social media. I mean, incredibly. We received a lot of comments on Facebook and Instagram. And these are just some of the comments that we got. It's women like her that make it hard for good women to find men like him because she's breaking that man's spirit down. This was a heartbreaking episode. She had a good man. That's why she's screaming. She knows to cheat on that boy. This episode broke my heart completely. Does she think if she throws a fit, he will take her back? And P.S. Steve, your security sucks. Jabari, you traveled home with her?
Yes, sir.
What was that like?
Just a lot of trying to basically get the truth out. That's really what mainly was. But enough of her just trying to it was like just basically prolonging it more.
She tried to keep convincing you that you were the father. She stuck to that story.
I'm like, it's proof right here. I don't need no more proof. You want to get a test done and get it back, you can get it done. But me, I got enough proof. I got another chance. I'm finna take this. I'm not finna.
I gotta say, she had, for all the women of the 18 years of this show, that was the craziest, most violent reaction we've ever had on the set.
I know.
On where? Yeah, so like when she got back there, she threw the chicken wings and the buffalo sauce all over our staff. It was all over the door. That's when we were shooting it. You saw that all over the door. Yeah, that was her. We try to keep a clean studio. We don't usually look like that. Did you ever see her act that way before?
Nah, that was completely new. I ain't knew where that came from. Everything about that was surprising. I'm telling you, once he ran, I thought it was like just, oh, that's the end of that. But that was just the beginning of it. It seems like to me.
You know what's crazy to me is if you didn't come on the show, would she have ever told you? I mean, you might have went your whole life thinking that you were the father of this child.
For real. I don't even think she would have told me, honestly, because even then, even before we got on the show, I was asking, I'm like, if your son you want to tell me, let me know now. We can, you know what I'm saying, dead it now and try to work past it. But you want to wait till we get on live television and still keep trying to lie. So I'm like, what's the point?
Well, if you do talk to her, tell her if she wants to bring somebody else on, do a DNA test. We'd love to have her back. I mean, but I know this was a tough result because you did care for the boy. Your life did get blown up to a certain extent, but I think it's always better to know the truth. Again, I think you're a smart guy. You're a good-looking guy. You got the world at your fingertips. And you got anything else crazy in your life happen, make sure you give me a call.